Hello all and welcome to the Laughter Salad live edition. So what are we doing today? Today I'm gonna be trying to figure out a new way to cut my own hair. I should have brought a brush with me. That's sort of silly. Sorry, let me go get a hairbrush. Okay. You do try to think of everything, but it's hard until you're actually sitting here. Wait, let me fix the framing just a bit. I want to be like exactly like that. Okay. That's good, right? Yeah, I love that. I love that for me. So okay, as you can see, this is my hair. It's getting too long. It's like not really layered anymore. I mean, it is layered, right? This part is shorter than this part, but the layers, they aren't giving what they're supposed to give. Let's start by talking about, okay, let's start about talking about like what the issue is with haircuts. Do you see how there feels like there's this section of hair and this section of hair, and there's kind of like a step right here between them? It's hard to tell because my hair is curly, but just take my word for it. This cut right now is like this, right? Why is it like that? Because the last cut that I did, oops, I probably should have silenced my shit. Don't worry about that. Don't look at it. So remember when the wolf cut went viral? That was back in like 2020, right? Pandemic, everyone was cutting their own hair. But then this girl that I followed called Mains by Mel, well, her name is Mel, her YouTube channel name is Mains by Mel. And she was like, if you have curly hair, you shouldn't do a wolf cut. Because if you do a wolf cut and you pull it all forward like this, right? It's like you're gonna have a lot of layers here, but not really any layers in the back very much. And that's gonna look weird if you have curly hair. And I don't 100% understand why, but I took her word for it, right? And then Mel invented I don't know, I did quotation marks. She invented it. She basically invented the pigtail cut, which is where you split your hair into two pigtails and you're still getting those layers, right? Because there's elevation and stuff. But since you're doing it farther back rather than all the way in here, the layers are more distributed towards the hair, which I guess is better for curly hair. I'm not a hairdresser. Don't take my word for it. So that was the first sort of at-home cut that I tried, and it worked pretty well. I wasn't totally displeased with it. The main issue is that when you have two pigtails and you're stupid and not a hairdresser like me, it's very hard to make each side even. Well, let's see if this is even. Yeah, this is even. Because this isn't, the haircut I have right now isn't from that. But if I do two pigtails and then you just cut off the same amount from both sides, like, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I don't know how to do that. I'm glad other people can do that, but like, I really can't. So the pigtail cut, while good, it wasn't really perfect for me. And then after the pigtail cut, the butterfly cut went viral. The butterfly cut is very similar to the wolf cut, except instead of pulling all your hair forward, you just pull like half of your hair forward like this, and the other of your half of your hair back like this. So you have two ponytails, and that way you get layers in both the front and the back, which, as I understand it, is what I should do for my hair. And that's the last cut I did. I think I followed a Brad Mondo tutorial and it went fine. It wasn't bad. But again, the difficulty is when you have two ponytails, cutting off the same amount off of both ponytails is a nightmare. And because you're just like doing the cuts so independently from each other, that's how you get this like really weird zone here where like this part's really long, this part's like so short, and then there's like this step, you know? You kind of see it. So the butterfly cut, even though it worked kind of well, it still created this problem that I really don't like. Another thing I don't like about my hair is that I feel like there's so much weight right here. Like, right, I would love it if it was like a little more rounded in this part and not so way down on this part. And I feel like I don't remember if that was better with the pigtail cut or if that was better with the butterfly cut. I really don't know. But either way, right now it's bad, and I would like it not to be like that. So you can see it really clearly. Like, there's this part of my hair, and then there's this part of my hair, and there's just a big step here, and that's because of the butterfly cut. So, what is the solution? I'm gonna figure it out. And we're gonna figure it out together. Here's the first thought I had. We just do a pineapple, right? We bring all of the hair right here to the like very top of the head, like right here. Like not really at the crown here in the back, but just like where your head is like flat, right up here. And I kind of like this idea. One, because it's one cut. Two, because the place that it's closest is this area right here. So it's gonna get rid of that weight there, I hope slash I believe. So, but let's take a moment to think about it, right? Okay, if I take sort of like a vertical section right here, you see that's a pretty good vertical section, and pull it up. And this is the hair that's at the very bottom, right? So that's not gonna get cut at all. But this is the like kind of lowest layer of the hair. If I am gonna cut like here, and then you bring this back down, this top layer, look at that. That is simply too short. That is simply too short for this top layer to be. So, what if I just take sort of a square right here, or like a U sort of shape. Okay. Sort of this sort of U shape right here. And we separate this shape out, right? I'm gonna part it better when I'm doing it for real. Right now it's just like proof of concept, right? We take this shape out, and then we do this. We bring it all up, and then we do a big cut right here. Okay, this I think should be right here too, but okay. Okay, I can't see anything. Okay, we take this, and then we do a big cut right here, and then go from there. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna work? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. So I just wanted to have my hair dry, just so you can really see the state of my hair. Right now, obviously it's unwashed, unmoisturized, undyed, or like the dye is really old and needs to be touched up. But we're gonna figure out the cut first, and then we'll deal with everything else. But I will get my hair wet just to do the cut. And to that purpose, I have a big bucket of water right here. It is warm water. This is not the ice bucket challenge. It's the nice, cozy, warm water challenge. And I am just gonna try to get my hair wet without getting any hair on all the electronics over here. And it's gonna work out great. I need everyone to like have a little faith that this is gonna work out great. Okay, I wish. Okay. Okay, this isn't really working. I should have put more water in here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I got a little bit of my hair wet, but not that much. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go off frame real quick to do this because I think I gotta kneel to really get my head in there. Okay, now we're talking. I think I should put some conditioner in my hair, right, to give me some slip. I feel like that feels like a good idea, but I didn't bring any conditioner. This was a stupid way to get my hair wet. It's not working very well at all. Okay, let's try that again. The problem is that the back of my head isn't really getting wet. But like, come on. Okay, that's wet, right? I think we can agree that the hair is more or less wet now. Ooh. Okay, go away, bucket. Okay, this is sort of what we're working with. I'm dripping everywhere. Okay, let me get some hair conditioning real quick. Whew, we're gonna slip, slap, slop some hair leave-in on to make it easier to like do the parting and the ponytail and everything. And this is gonna work, everyone. I need everyone to have a lot of faith that this is gonna work and that my hair is gonna look just like so good after this. I really should have started with detangled hair, but it is what it is. We'll detangle it now real quick. Let me move a little bit more here. Okay, 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 okay. Oof. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna finish detangling and then we're gonna part and we're gonna do the little hair tie and then we're gonna cut and it's gonna work. I have so much faith because really, let's be real, at the end of the day, even if it doesn't look good, it is just hair. There's still like 2 months before my birthday, so as long as I don't fuck it up too bad, that is enough time for my hair to grow out and start looking good again. Okay. All right, I would say that's pretty detangled. Let's go with a brush just to make sure. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna part my hair. I don't have a rat tail comb. I'm in an Airbnb. I don't have all my shit. So, don't come at me for not having a rat tail comb. We're just gonna use this thing to part. So, okay, starting from sort of like the crown. Not really the crown. The crown's back here, right? Starting from sort of like the back of the head. Sort of like the flat part. I'm gonna come out this far. So what is that? Like 3 fingers. Pull forward. Ow, ow, ow. It's okay. Try to get that part. Get out of there, comb. How's that looking? Honestly, really straight. Come on. That's a good fucking part. Okay, let me put this away for now. Okay, and now we're gonna do 3 fingers on this side as well. And around the same height. Let's find a place. Where's this part begin? Right here. So, yeah, right here. Ooh, right here. Pull that forward. Ow, ow. Okay. Also a good part. Okay. Does that look even, everyone? It should look even, because I think if it doesn't, it's gonna fuck things up later. Okay, this one's like right at the hump of my eyebrow. And this one's like a little less than that. I think it's close enough, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of this and put it away because I'm not gonna cut this hair right now. What will I do with this hair after I've cut the rest? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I will simply have to figure something out. Okay, let's actually use this hair tie. Put it in a little unicorn horn at the front of my face. What should I name this haircut, everyone? I considered pineapple cut because, the hairstyle where you put all your hair on top of your head is called a pineapple, and that's sort of an important part of this cut. But then that doesn't really incorporate this part, you know, double pineapple. This is like a baby pineapple. There's the mama pineapple and the baby pineapple. Okay, I'm gonna throw all my hair forward and then tie it right here, okay? And it's gonna work great, and I need everyone to have faith with me right now. Brush it real nice. Okay. Okay. How is that? Okay. 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 So I want to get out all these like little curly bits. You can see that this is curling up a bit because it's not gonna be even if I don't do that. So just try to get this sort of like slickest ponytail this kingdom has ever seen. Okay. This side feels pretty good. It's not like bumpy or anything. This side clearly needs some work. Okay. 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 Okay, this is sort of the vision. This is sort of it. This is sort of the vision. Oh, look at that. That's not the vision. Just brush the back a bit. I sort of want all of this in the ponytail to be detangled as well. Oh my god, you guys, we're actually doing it. Fuck, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, this hair is too short. It's not gonna get cut anyway. Okay. Oh. Do your best, but also accept it's not gonna be perfect, you know? I think that's part of it as well. What? Okay, yeah, these pieces are not gonna get cut, so they don't even have to be in ponytail at the end of the day. Obviously, if you have more length and you're trying to cut length, this isn't the cut for you. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna put it in the ponytail. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, and tighten it. Okay, there's a little bit of lumps here, but I honestly think at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter that much. Okay, and now we're just gonna cut. Okay, this is the part where having it dry is a little bit easier to tell what I need to do. Let's get my scissors out. They're called fagacci, which I think is funny. It's okay, I'm LGBTQ, I can say that. Okay. Here's the scissors. They're professional hair cutting scissors. And I think they'll work well. What if I use this to sort of like help me keep the hair in place as I cut it? Who thinks that's a crazy idea? Let me know. The problem is that this isn't really good to brush my hair because it's sort of weak plastic. Okay. Okay. So with most of these layer cuts, you kind of got to cut a lot. This is the shortest layer that's in here. So maybe let's cut to that, to like the shortest layer gets cut. So that's like this much hair. Woo, that's a lot of hair, baby. But let's have faith. Let's have faith. I think this is a good idea. All right, everyone. It's time for the big cut. Okay, I saw a YouTube short of a hairdresser lady. And you know when you're cutting your hair and the hair's here and you're cutting, and as you cut it, it sort of pushes it this way. So then you wanted a straight cut, but you end up getting like a little tail at the end. She said that if as you cut, you pull the scissors back like this, you don't get that. So I'm gonna try that, but I'm not a hairdresser, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Okay, take all the hair up. Here's my sort of guiding shortest piece. And I'm gonna cut right below it. If I could see it with my own eyes rather than see it in the mirror, it would be easier, but there's like no way. It's like all the way up there. So we're just gonna have to do it in the mirror. Off it goes. I really feel like I'm gonna cut my own finger, but I don't think I will. I think we're good. Oh my god. Off it goes. Honestly, the pulling back as you go, look at that. That's the straightest line I've ever cut. You might be like, that's not that straight, but hey, for me, that's straight. Ah! Oh my god, all that hair is gone. Okay. Okay, it looks like there's like one little bit. Let's try to straighten it out. Oh my god, it's so hard to have depth perception when you're looking at it in the mirror instead of in real life. Yeah, I can't see it in real life. Hold on. Try that again. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's pretend that's what I wanted to do. All right, come on. That's pretty good. Oops. No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. I'll stop now. A key part of cutting your hair at home is like knowing when to stop cutting, you know, because sometimes you do what I just did where I fucked up and cut it a little bit more than I meant to, and then you just go crazy and start cutting a lot, and it's like you can't do that. Okay, so like let me let it down. It's sort of hard because like, oh my god. Guys, if you see that my tongue is yellow, it's not because I have some weird disease. I had a lunch with turmeric, so my tongue is a little bit stained. So don't go crazy about it. Okay, is it just me or it does look the same actually? Actually, it didn't change at all. I don't like these parts here at the bottom. Do you see those? Those gotta go. But it's like when they're lifted up, they're too far down. So I'm just gonna have to cut them myself. Not doing it that way. Okay. Again, is it just me or does it look exactly the same? I promised I cut hair. Look at that. That's hair. I cut it. Look at that. But it looks the exact same. Should we just go again? I can't see the back. Can you guys tell me if the back looks the same? I guess I didn't show you the back before, so you can't tell me even if you wanted to. Should we go again? Should we go again and just cut more? I think we need to cut more. This is like still crazy long. I thought I was cutting so much and it just looks exactly the same. I would really love to cut off these like really dead ends right here. Should I try a different haircut? I don't know. I feel like I've already committed to this one. I don't want to do a different thing halfway through because then we won't know if this haircut works or not. Okay, we're going back in the ponytail and we're just cutting a lot more. I'm just gonna fully send it because hey, what's cutting your own hair at home for if not fully send it? So I'm gonna send it. Is fully send it an Australian like expression? Because I feel like I see Bridie Drake using it a lot, and she's Australian. Okay, the ponytail is not working. Hold on a second, hold on. We're gonna get it into a good ponytail. I can do this. Okay, another key part of cutting your own hair at home is not rushing. You just kind of like, you gotta take your time. You gotta take your time. Especially with stuff like this, where it's just like the preparatory stage and like not actually cutting. Like that's the part that you really gotta take your time, you know? Getting a nice, good ponytail. Oop. Okay, I must have less hair because before when I was doing this sort of like brushing forward, I feel like the brush kept going for longer before running out of hair. So I must have lost some hair, but it feels like I lost no hair at all. So we're just gonna have to cut more. Okay. Okay. this a good hair ponytail? I feel like this front part needs brushing a bit, but I don't want to like get it on this part, you know? Okay, I think this is a halfway decent ponytail. Let's brush it a little bit more. Okay. Where's the hair tie? Shit. Did anyone see where I put the hair tie? Is it on my wrist? No. It's not here. Oh, no, that's just my hair. Oh, it was buried under all my hair. I found it. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Get off of there. Okay. All right. See, when it's all up here, it seems like, oh my God, my hair's so short. But it's not actually. That's God lying to you. Okay, I'm gonna do 4 loops this time to keep it really tight. Ah, come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. We're back to this stage with the ponytail. And we're gonna do a good job. Is everyone ready for me to do a good job? I'm gonna do it. I can't see that part I was seeing at the bottom. I guess it's this part. Okay, let's try to go like another 2 inches off. Like this much. Okay? Okay, it's gonna be great. No one freak out. I do kind of like the idea of using this to sort of hold the hair in place as I cut it. How does everyone feel about that? Okay. I think this is gonna be the last cut because this is feeling like a lot of hair. Or like the last cut to this section at least. Okay, this is definitely more than 2 inches, but you know, whatever. Okay. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't lean forward because that changes the angle of the hair. Okay. Okay, I missed the part, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get her. Woo! Look at that big chunk of hair. Come on, that's gotta make a difference. Let's see, let's take this out. Let's see if there's any parts that are like sticking out like crazy. It looks pretty even, right? Honestly, the technique of pulling back as you cut, game changer, game changer. It makes it so much easier to cut your hair as you go. But all right, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I feel like there's like a little bit here that could come off. Okay? And then like this little bit here. Right? No, let's just leave it. Let's just leave it like that. Okay, take the hair tie down again. If it looks the same, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my God. It's okay. It looked more short at this stage too. Once it all comes down, it's gonna look more normal. We're okay. We're okay. 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 Are these pieces too short? Look at these pieces. Ugh, a little bit short. A little bit short. I'm a little bit concerned about that. But kind of what I was going for. This is what I was going for, right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Okay, we definitely can't cut any more layers into it. How do you cut the length of your hair? There's so many like hair hacks for cutting layers into your hair and not enough hair hacks for cutting the length of your hair. You know what I mean? That's sort of the problem I'm facing right now. And I feel like we still kind of have that weird step. You know what I mean? I think I should just kind of like go like this. Right? What does everyone think? I think I'm just gonna go. If I were a real hairdresser, maybe I would attempt slide cutting, but I'm not a real hairdresser, so I don't feel confident I can do that. The scissors are like all wet and like full of conditioner, so I'm gonna dry them up a little bit too. make this process a little bit easier and maybe even safer. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Are you ready? Oh, almost cut my finger. Okay, there's some hair. There's some hair. I don't want to pull it to the front too much because then that's over direction, and Brad Mondo has taught me that that's not something I want to do. But you see that piece? This piece is a little long. Okay? Okay, now that's a haircut. Now that's a haircut. Okay, I think I need to stop there. Okay, now comes the greatest challenge of all, which is making the sides look somewhat sort of even. So let me do my best. We just kind of go like here. Okay. Okay, this side is longer. I need to cut more. Okay. Okay. I'd say that looks pretty even. Okay, let's make sure we're taking the same places. Okay, so that bit was definitely longer on this side. Okay, I need to cut like a little bit more on this side. It's so hard to do this without being able to see. Okay. Okay, I think that was good. I think this is good. Guys, I think I'm doing it. Why is this side longer? Do you see what I'm seeing? It was all in the ponytail, so they should be even. But honestly, the thing about curling hair is that like it's very unforgiving hair in some regards and like very difficult to manage and stuff. But in some regards it's very forgiving, you know, like when it all curls, it will not matter that it's like a little bit off. Okay, I wish I could see the back. Can everyone look at the back and tell me, does the back look crazy? I wish I had a little mirror and then I could look at it. Okay, I think, let me go find a mirror. I think I can find one. That's too big. Alright, here's the bathroom mirror. Which I just took from the bathroom, and as I've already told you, I'm in an Airbnb, so I can't break this mirror, but let's do my best. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, looks like shit. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me try to hold my head really straight. Look at it again. No, it looks good. It looks good. Right? Okay, the problem is the left side is definitely longer than the right side. That's the side I thought was shorter. That's crazy. I'm so stupid. I need to like cut a bit here. Right? I think so. Let's just go for it and not. You just gotta commit, you know? You just gotta commit. Let's grab a bunch of hair here. Go snip, snip. We truly are just doing whatever at this point. But listen, every haircut I've ever given myself, eventually you just get it to this point where you're just like, you're just cutting, you know? You're just doing whatever. Wait, is a mirror like a phone where it flips it and the left side is the other side? Wait. I can see by my hands though, right? Yeah. Okay, I think that was an improvement, everyone. I think it looks better. Oh my god. It looks great. I feel like I can take off like a little bit right here. This is the sort of shit that when people do, Mondo will be like, oh, you cut a single strand of hair? Excuse you, it's like 4 strands. You just can't see in the camera. Do you see that? It's like 4 strands of hair. It's not just a single one. It's a few. It's a few. I almost cut my top. No worries. Okay. Now we take a look at it again. Honestly, everyone, I'm amazed. The ring light just went out. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But we're almost done, so you're just gonna have to put up with worse lighting for now. Do you want me to light on the overhead light? I think it will be worse. Yeah, I just ran out of power. Listen, I can't figure this out right now. There's not even an outlet near here. Oops. Ignore that noise, please. Okay, we're just gonna have to do with bad lighting, and it is what it is. And it's not even my fault because my charger hasn't really been working. Okay, so in the middle part, okay, this is gonna fall right here. Okay, the problem I'm seeing is this is gonna end up longer than this by quite a bit. I don't wanna like mix this back into the hair because I'm never gonna find it again if I do. But I do wanna have sort of an idea of what it will look like. Okay, I need to cut a lot of this. I think I'm gonna do this one sort of like a regular wolf cut. So at the end of the day, is this even that different from a butterfly cut? Kind of, because a butterfly cut, you would split right here instead of doing this weird U shape I've made up. Okay, I'm gonna cut like right here. Woo, we're going short. We're going short. That's gonna give me bangs, basically. No, we don't need to go that short. We don't need to give myself bangs. Okay, this is gonna be the like shortest layer, so let's use that sort of as a guide. Yeah, I think right here, shortest layer at my lip is good. Maybe a little bit of higher. Let's do this much. It's so much easier to cut when you can see it. It's a game changer. Okay. Let's sort of, let me tie this up again and just take off like a little bit of it. Okay, that's gonna fall right here with this much. I think that's fine. I think I'm gonna let it all down and let it mingle. Okay, so we have bangs. I don't know that I wanted bangs, but I have them. No, it's fine. They'll grow out quick. Okay, so it seems like instead of getting rid of the step, we just move the step to a different place where it's now like right here. So I can't say this was a raging success, but I also don't hate it. It's a haircut, and I think, here, I said a lot of things are the key thing for giving yourself a haircut at home, but the true key thing about giving yourself a haircut at home is don't be too attached to a specific result. You know, whatever result you get, just try to make your peace with it and be happy with it. And I'm decently happy with this. We're not going to be able to see it dry because my hair takes forever to dry. So we just have to see what happens. Why do I still feel like it's so bulky here? How do I fix that? You know? Should I just go to hair school? Just kidding. I don't want to do that. But whatever. It's a cut. It gives that sort of like shaggy vibe that I think I was sort of looking for. And yeah. Thanks everyone so much for watching. I'm gonna stop right here. I will probably go live again this Friday. I'll be doing a painting live. Probably be around 3 p.m. PST. So subscribe if you want to see that, or, you know, just remember to come back here and watch it. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye. Yes.